Hi everyone, welcome back again to my channel. It's good to have you back. I hope you've enjoyed my last few videos. Today, as promised, I've got a video showing you how to use these pet tapes. Now, if you're not familiar with the pet tapes, I did a previous video which was about Journal Say, a company that sells all sorts of pet tapes, washi tapes and other journaling and craft supplies. So I'll leave the link down below. Go and check them out. And the pet tape, if you're not sure what it is a polyurethane, like polyester mix of plastic tape, which is sticky on one side, you peel it back and it's self-adhesive, and they're usually decorated with beautiful patterns. They're often glossy, but you can have some that are matte as well. But on the whole, they're glossy. And they can be a continuous image like this, or they can be lots of different images that you can layer up. So unlike washi tape, which is a paper tape, the PET tape is waterproof. So lots of possibilities for your crafting and journaling to make things. So today I'm showing you how to make a really pretty acetate box, because I thought this would be good for winter, Christmas, and you can alter this up for birthdays too. So this is what I've made. I've made it with acetate. The top has got a elasticated, some of this elasticated cord on it. I made a little tag and the lid comes off like so. And then all you need to do to pop it back together is pop the tape around it. Oops. Like so. So that's what we're going to make, and I'm going to show you how easy it is with this PET tape. So let's pop that aside. So I've got some instructions for you here. Now, just before I do give you these instructions, I should say about the tape. Like I say, this tape, if you like this particular one, and there's many others, so I'll link down below. If you don't know where the down below on the video is just go to the description just below this video and click on the more. There's 3 little dots there, and all the information about Journal Say, about the PET tape that I'm using, and also if you do order from Journal Say, I've got a coupon code for a discount, which is my name, Karen Foy. That gives you 8% off your order, even if there's other offers on. And Journal Say do worldwide shipping for anything over $29 or the equivalent in your currency. So let's get started. So this one is a lovely blue floral. I thought, oh sorry, this knocking my camera. I thought it'd be great for winter and Christmas too, because I think it looks festive-y, frosty. So what you need first of all is a piece of acetate that is 10 1/4 by 6 inches. Now this 6-inch part you can alter. If you don't want it as tall, if you just want a little small box, alter that to whatever size you like and just keep all the rest of the measurements. So you could have a box that is half this size and just use one piece of the tape. So first of all, this 10 1/4 by 6 inches, and on the long side we want to score it 2 1/2, 5, 7 1/2 and 10, and this will leave you with a 1/4 inch tab. Now this is going to be difficult for you to see because it's acetate, but hopefully you'll get the gist. So I've got that on there, and we're going at 2 1/2, and I would say just be quite firm with your scoring, because it's tricky on acetate, isn't it? One, it slithers about, and two, you want to get a decent score line in it. So let's pop those on. And then at 10, keep a good hold of it. That should give you some nice straight lines. And that's it for your scoring on there. That's all pretty simple. And then, I just apologise for my small injuries here. I've had a bit of a fight with the oven the other day. You know what it's like. You're cooking your meal and not properly watching what you're doing, and then singe your hand in the oven, and then it takes forever to go, doesn't it? So sorry about those little injuries. So give those a little gentle fold to start with, and that's what you'll have. If you can see, there are 4 sections, I know this is tricky, that come round into a square. Let me just see if this looks any better on white. Yeah, it does. So there we go. Now once you've got your fold lines kind of in place, flatten it back down again so it knows where it's going now. And this is the point where you want to put your tape on. So I'm going to have my tab to the side just to make this easier, and I've cut myself a piece that's just over the length. Now on this PET tape, you just want to try rolling the front towards you. Now if you roll the front, keep rolling, and if you can't get it off on that one spot, just there we go, try another spot and see how that comes off. Now what I'm going to do is take a little slice off the back of the tape. So there we go, half an inch there off the back, so the back is shorter than the front, and this is sticky, and this will allow me to stick this down. So I want to first pop this, because I'm going to have a bottom on the box, so I want to pop it just half an inch above the top of the box. I'm going to stick that on, get it kind of level there, and then I want to gently peel away this back part. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. Don't pull tight, just let it do its thing, roll it along, push out your air bubbles as you go. Now if you're in the UK and you know of the children's programme Blue Peter, when I was younger I was constantly making stuff off Blue Peter, and one of their things that they used to use a lot of was sticky back plastic, and that had 1,000,000 bubbles in it. 1,000,000. Now this is not the same at all. So there we go, that's our PET tape on, and it will bend with this. So just flatten that all out, and there you go, there's your first piece on. So that's the bottom of my box, and I'm leaving this half an inch. Now the top of my box, I'm going to do right to the top, because I want a snug fit with my lid. And I want it to be coming out under my lid, because it's a bit tricky to judge where your lid is otherwise. So roll this again forwards, trim a little piece off, get rid of it so you can see it, and do exactly the same again, but this time along your top edge, so you've got a little bit of a guide. But don't worry if you go over it, because you can just trim this off so easy. It cuts really easy. You can use a craft knife, you can use your scissors, you can even pop it in your guillotine and trim it that way. So pop that along to that edge, and there we go. Now I'll let you into a little secret there. That is so much easier that way than the way I did it before. On this box, I made the box up first and then put this tape round, and I thought that's going to be a nightmare to show on a video. So this way, I thought doing it beforehand is much easier. Right, so now I've got an overlap here where we started off, so I'm just going to trim those nicely off, just like so. Now I don't particularly want these bits here either that are on the tab, so I'm going to peel those back just off there, and I'm going to trim those off too. Just get that in position, that's it. There's my first one off, and then let's peel this bit back here. Just like that, and I'm going to trim that back too, just so that it doesn't make it lumpy when I glue this side together. So now my tape is in all the right places. So what you could do now is, with your bone folder, is just give them a little flatten out. Once you're happy with that, you're done on that. So I've then just used a very thin piece, well, it's maybe, what's that, 1/4 of an inch of red line tape, and on this tab I am just going to add my tape to it. I get that as close as I can to that edge there, and I'm going to pop that down my tab like so, and then just nip that off. And then all you need to do is give a little fold on your score lines. You can do this with your scoring tool if you want to, but it's totally fine just bending it as it is. You want a decent weight of acetate for this. I'm sure this one was called 6 microns, but just one that you're going to be able to. It's going to be able to stand up, and then you can either lay it like this and join it together, or you can hold it up like this and equally join it together. I think I'm going to go with the in the air because the camera is right in front of my face, so let's go with that. There we go, and then give that a little flatten out, and it's quite good, the red line tape, you can't really see it. And that's given us the tube of our box. Now you can leave that like that, or where these lines join, you can add, which I've dug out of the depths of my craft stash, some peel-offs. And I'm sure from way back, or even now, you've got some peel-offs. And you can decorate around the join here. So I'll do that after, but I'll continue with the box for now. So setting that aside, you now need to bring your instructions back in, and you need to do the base and the lid. You need 2 pieces, which is 4 1/8 by 4 1/8, 2 squares in a coordinating colour to your pet tape. So it's just 4 with an extra little bit on there. So that's just to allow for the width of the acetate in your box. And then all you want to do is score on all sides at 3/4 of an inch. So let's do that. So get the 3/4 of an inch. Now you can make this deeper if you want to, do a bigger depth for these, but I think for this size box, this works quite well. 1 inch to me was a bit too big, but it's entirely up to you. You want to do the top and the bottom the same. And just if in case you're not sure, 4 1/8 is 4 and this 1 there, 1/8. Right. Once you've done that, you want to bring these in, and where they intersect here, into each little corner square, you want to cut straight up, and then in the corner square, cut a chunk out. Okay, and then do exactly the same on the second one. And you could also do these in a different colour for the top and the base if you wanted to. It's entirely up to you with what you've got. Okay, so that's those done. Then very simply, just fold and burnish these all in. Just whip round with those. And the same on this one. that just give you a nice sharp edge to your box lid and base. So for the sake of this video, I'm just going to stick them with my tape runner on all 4 corners. But what I also did, if I remember my last one, is I also just popped a little bit of glue on the edges, just a bit, just to keep those edges down. There we go. Doesn't need much, you don't want it overflowing with it. And then stick this together. So you just want to make a nice right angle corner there. Because what's going to happen here is your box, that bit where you left the 1/2 inch at the bottom, is going to fit into here. So let's get those in position. Get that last one in. There we go. So that now is your base, and this with the longer area is going to fit in here. So I'm going to do the second one exactly the same, and this is going to be my lid. Just pop a bit of glue on them just to get those to hold. So just do all 4 corners, squeezing it together, making sure it grabs, just like so. Push that together. Okay. Right, and we should have a good fit with those. Right. So now all you need to do is stick your acetate body to the box. Now to do that, you want to pop on this side, the edge, let me just get a piece of paper here so you can see this, on this edge where you've got, this one put the tape to the top, this one had 1/2 inch at the bottom. So this one, about 1/4 inch up, and the way I've done this is I've started from where my join was. So there's my, this side is my join here. So then I'll always know that all my edges or the corners are all at this side. And then just 1/4 inch up, add your tape around. I'm just using this red line tape again. Just laying it on, that's it. Not laying it on very straight, but near enough. There we go, all the way round. Once you've got to the join again, trim that off, and you just want to pick one of those corners up. So let's get that started here, and fold it back on itself. You can see there I've exposed the tape and folding it back on itself, so that this piece is exposed. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to pop my box acetate part into my box base like so, and that little piece of red will stick up. Pop my hand inside and stick down where that glue tape was exposed, and then I'm just going to pull on this piece, and each time with my hand inside I'm going to be pushing this acetate down and sticking it to catch inside this little blue part of the box that we've made, all the way around. Keep pushing down, keep pulling the red line tape away until you get all the way around and your base is fixed on. There you go, nice and neat. It's pushed to the bottom, all squared, and then you can pick which side you want as your front. So that's that part done, nice and easy and attached. Now all you need to do is add your peel-offs if you want to. So I'm going to take one of these peel-offs. Now I know it doesn't go all the way around, it only goes around 3 edges. Now you can leave it at 3 edges. I'm just trying to find my join, which is there. You can leave it at 3 edges, or you can join it. So I'm going to join mine. Oops, also moved it. Let's pop it on again. I'm just going to lay that on, lay it around that join, which is fairly tricky to see in this light, and get it all the way round like so. And once it's round, I can trim off and do the same on the top half. Let me just get another one of those off. Again, start from the same side, find where your join part is, and this is a great use for those peel-offs that you've not been using. You can jazz it up with just a few of the strips. So I hope you can see that on there. There we go. So that's that one done. And then all I've got is this back piece now to do. So if I take one more piece and just meet on the back here to the other piece like so, trying to get that straight, and the same on this bottom part here. Just join it up, don't go over the edges. It's better to be under than over, because as a peel off you don't want it to peel off. So pop that on. There we go. I can stick that back on and use that again. And that's that part done. So now I've got my lid, which is going to fit on nicely. And I should say at this point what you're going to put in it. Well, it looks great with anything wrapped in white tissue in it, but it also, if you did want to put chocolates in it, don't know whether, I think you can get this everywhere, because you can definitely get them in Europe, and we sell loads of them in the UK. So at the moment for Christmas we've got loads of different varieties out. So this is a 200-gram box, and it fits them all, less one for the crafter, inside nicely, so you could fill them with those. Now to decorate the top, I have just got a piece which is 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 of white card. That's what I'm going to have here. And I've got a spare piece that I had of the tape. So all I'm going to do is place it up the middle. There we go. Pop that on and trim it off. Now you'd spend a bit more time getting that lined up than me, but you get the gist. That will decorate your top lovely. Now you can either just lay that on flat, which I'm going to do, but you could also add that on with, where's my back here? Add that on with foam tape if you wanted to. So let's pop that on, just like so. Let's make him nice and neat. Where am I going with him? Here, I think. There. Get that as best in the middle as you can. And then I wanted to make a little tag, so I did exactly the same, but this time I just did a 2 by 2 inch piece, matted it on some blue card, matching, and then all I'm going to do with that is just make a small hole. Let's just get that. Oh, I've made a small hole. Look how prepared I am. Make a small hole in there to add your cord. Now this is the elasticated cord I've got. It's very thin, but it's springy. I got this from Temu, but you can get it from Amazon. You can get it from haberdasheries on the internet. You can buy it by the meter, you can buy it by the roll. So I'm just going to pop a piece around here and, oops, tie this in a knot. Now a tip for the knot is you don't normally go under once, but go under again, so that when you pull it, it is less likely to spring back, and you want to pull it with some tension so that it's elasticated, and then tie it in a knot. just hold it and tie it down. So now it's held your lid on. Oops. Before that, let's just get that right a minute. Before you do that, remember to thread on your tag. That is top tip there. So start again, pop your tag on, tie your elastic going under twice, pull that fairly tight, get your tag in position and make a knot. Get that underneath there, give it one last pull to keep it taut. There we go, that'll keep your lid on nice, and then just make a bow. And then once you've got your bow on, you can trim your edges. So that's your bow on. Now if you want more decoration on your base and your lid, you can use more decorative peel-offs to decorate that. So I'm going to show you it, but I'm not going to decorate. So I'm going to show you the difference with the two. There you go. So that one has got the extra peel-offs around the base and the lid. Both I think look lovely. It just depends how much you want to decorate. You can also put a lovely little peel-off on here saying Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday. It's entirely up to you. But I think they look great. So I'll finish off decorating this with the peel-offs. You don't need to see that. And I hope you've enjoyed that video. It's something new to do with these pet tapes. I think they look fab. They look expensive. And with something with white tissue paper in there, decorated up, it looks like you're giving an expensive gift. So thanks very much for watching. I know this is a longer video. Please feel free to use my code at JournalSay, which is Karen Foy, and you get 8% off. Have a good day and a good weekend, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.